Yahweh Shem Yahushua and Shalom to the elect. In this video, I want to talk about them building this temple over here, which is fulfilling prophecy. And whether they realize it or not, that's exactly what's happening. Now, let me go back up into this one scripture real quick. Because the Passat just passed, and you got all this stuff breaking loose. Which through the Spirit, the elders and apostles have been talking about that stuff. The other Akim have been mentioning how a lot of stuff could take place as this Passat happened this year. Because last year it wasn't as heavy like this last year and the year before that and prior to that. Now it's like a whole heavy different vibe right now. Now, during that Passat, we had a betrayal of Yahushua, the betrayal of Judas against Yahushua. And I'm just reading on into this, and I'm talking about why this temple that they plan on building over here is going to come to naught and be a false temple, and is not of the scriptures. In the book of Mark, chapter 14, and verse 43, and it's talking about Yahushua said, immediately while he yet spake, come of Judas, one of the 12, and with him a great multitude with swords and staffs, from the chief priests and the scribes and the elders. And he that betrayed him had given them a token, saying, whomsoever I shall kiss, that same is he. Take him and lead him away safely. And as soon as he was to come, he goeth away straight away to him, and said, Master, Master, and kissed him. And they laid their hands on him and took him. And one of them that stood by and drew a sword smote a servant of the high priest and cut off his ear, which was talking about Peter. Because Peter was always around Yahushua, which through the Spirit, Peter is also King David. That's why he was made the head and the top apostle, or the top disciple. Now, verse 48, and that's another topic, but I ain't going to get too into that, but I just want to bring that out. But in verse 48, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, are ye come out as against a thief with swords and with staffs to take me? I was also daily with you in the temple teaching, and ye took me not, but the scriptures must be fulfilled. And they all forsook him and fled. And that's exactly what's going on right there. These scriptures are here being fulfilled. Now you read on some more, we'll go down to the main point. Now you have people that was lying, making up stuff, which they're going to do in these times now. They're going to bring up stuff against men of the Lord, saying what they do, which they don't be doing. Which recently, brief little testimony, this is how Yahweh Shem Yahushua work. Somebody was bearing false witness against me, speaking on shit when I went around and lying, and a person came to me and addressed me about the situation. We talked about it and actually laughed about it. And now this person that bear false witness against me, going through their judgment. So call all Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because that's how you work. That person you might be talking about, they might not see it. But best believe the angels, they document it and they're taking it back up to the heavens. So, hey, be cautious on what you speak and what you do. But in verse 56, it says, for many bear false witness against him, with their witness agreed not together. Because you had some people that was like, no, he ain't do nothing wrong. Like, why y'all trying to go grab him up and go do this to him or whatever? Then you had the others, they was with it. In verse 57, it says, and there arose a certain and bear false witness against him, saying, we heard him say, which you have people that do that. That's how you know that's our people, because they always doing this shit. Oh, we heard him say that. He said this. It says, I will destroy this temple that is made with hands, and within 3 days I will build another made without hands, because the third temple is actually going to be made without hands. And it's talking about the men of the Lord. And I'm going to get into that when read on, because it talks about the elect being lively stones. And each man is a representation of those stones that make up that temple. Let me read on some more. It says, but neither so did their witness agree together. And the high priest stood up in the midst and asked Yahushua, saying, answerest thou nothing? What is it which these witness against thee? But he held his peace and answered nothing. Again the high priest asked him and said unto him, art thou the Hamashiach, the son of the blessed? And Yahushua said, I am. And ye shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven. Then the high priest rent his clothes and said, what need we any further witness? Ye have heard the blasphemy. What think ye? So he basically was saying, who you think you is? You talking about you gonna be sitting on the right hand of the Most High? and coming in the clouds with power. So reading on some more it says, and they all condemned him to be guilty of death. So they was mad because he was telling the truth. Like the scripture say, have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? And a lot of people, they can't take the truth today. They rather deal with lies and fables and fairy tales and shit. You know, would always be talking about, oh, I want something real. I like real stuff. And you tell them some real stuff, though, they don't want to hear the shit. But reading on some more, it says, and some began to spit on him and to cover his face and to buffet him and to say unto him, prophesy. And the servants did strike him with the palms of their hands. So they was talking shit because they knew he was a prophet. They knew he was speaking on stuff to come. So that's why they covered up his face and were telling him to prophesy, basically. So going into this video, I'm gonna put out some more scriptures, and Lord's willing, this be edifying.
The best deal out there, and the Palestinians need to realize that.
This could be the last opportunity they will ever have.
But can we even call it a deal? The Palestinians say it's more like a done deal, or no deal at all. So how does Trump's plan stack up against the ones that have failed before? And does it stand any chance at all of ending more than 100 years of mistrust and war? Before we do a deep dive on the Trump plan, let's remind ourselves how we got into this mess. First off, there's Jerusalem. Over the centuries, Jews, Muslims, and Christians have fought over their holy city religiously.
Now, when you go into these words, because these Edomites, they like to do a word play with spelling and changing words up from the origins and all that. But you got the word spell and the word spelling. So if you don't really study the words and pay attention to definitions and stuff like that, you'll just see a word and not really think too much of it. But right here they say, let me go back. They say over centuries, Jews, Muslims, and Christians. Now, the so-called Muslims descend from Ishmael. When you go into the book of Genesis, it talks about the son Ishmael and having the 12 princes, and basically they blessing that they received. The word Jews, just go back to the word Yehudi, you say Judah, Yahweh, and the word Christian, or Christians, it goes to the word Hamashiach. So, Hamashiachian, which just means believers of the anointed. So the Jews were also believers of the anointed, because Yahweh Shah came from the tribe of Judah. So if you don't really know these definitions and these different words like that, these damn devils can throw some stuff out to you. Just like when you go to court, you have the judges and the lawyers, which the word Levi goes back to the word lawyer. You have the judges and the lawyers. They throw out all these words and these terms. And if you don't understand what the judge is saying, if you don't have no lawyer to speak on your behalf, you'll railroad your damn self. That's why people hire these high-paid lawyers that know the law, that know the meaning of the words, whether it be Latin or Greek, or whatever the scenario may be, so they can get you out of them jams. I'm going to read the scripture right here, because it says they were fighting over this land, but this land was our land. This was our land that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gave to our forefathers for us to inherit. But the only reason why we're not in that land, because we broke the commandments that was given to us. And right here in Jeremiah